In the last video, I showed you how to draw a horizon line and use a vanishing point to create the illusion of space, like we are going back into space, as in things are getting smaller. The road is big in the foreground, medium width in the middle, and tiny in the background at the vanishing point, the point where things disappear. On this side, I'm going to create farmland. No, I'm sorry. On this side, I'm going to create some farmland. And on this side, I'm going to create some trees so that you can imagine as a landscape of our state that this would kind of be the country. We have lots of farms and we have lots of trees. So to do this, along this line here, I'm going to line the ruler up with the vanishing point. Look at that. That's a good amount of space. Now as I go up this line, this amount of space is going to get smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, just like the center of my road. So maybe that would be a smaller amount of space. Let's measure it. Yep, it's about 1.5 inches, and this is about 1 inch. So from my dot to my vanishing point, I can draw another line. Another dot. Line it up and draw your connecting line. Line it up and draw your connecting line. Now these lines are going to start to get closer and closer together. Remember, when I do this, I'm drawing very lightly because if I need to erase it, I can. And there you go. This is my farmland. Now on my farmland, I can draw anything from pumpkins to strawberries to whatever it is. It's going to be big on the outside and it's going to get smaller as I go towards my vanishing point. On this side, I'm going to draw some trees to show you the same thing. Now trees are big, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line that connects my vanishing point to the very corner of my artwork. Now this is very light because I'm going to erase it. But right now, I want to keep it there. Okay. So, my tree. This tree here is big because it's in the foreground. It's right up in my face. This tree that gets farther away is going to appear smaller. And so on and so on and so on and so on until the vanishing point, if you had a tree back here, it would be teeny, teeny, tiny. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. I want to offset from the road a little bit. We talk a lot in my class about how to draw trees and the organic shapes that they make, and they kind of break into Y's and V shapes. Here's a simple tree. This line is in the middle of my tree. It's vanishing point, so I'm going to erase it. And there you go. But now my trees are going to get smaller. Simple Y's and V shapes. as my trees recede into space, they get smaller and thinner. Smaller and smaller. Now, I know I'm not done with my trees. Still gotta make the bushy part on top. It's totally up to you. If you wanted to show that it was fall, you could make big orange leaves on the trees and on the ground. Or in the summer, they would all be green, and your plants, you might have some summer squash, versus fall, you might have pumpkins. In the spring, you could have fields full of flowers and lots of leaves on your trees. That is totally up to you as the artist. I like the idea of doing, well, it is fall, but I want to do flowers instead of pumpkins. Maybe I could alternate flowers and pumpkins, flowers and pumpkins, flowers and pumpkins, flowers and pumpkins. And then over here, I can make big, beautiful orange trees that have a lot of leaves on the ground. So that's what I'm going to do. I like to be really loose when I draw trees, because like clouds, trees are not structured. They can go any way you want. My trees are getting smaller as they recede into space. Just like the spacing between my field is getting smaller as it recedes into space. This diagonal line that I showed you to draw very lightly, I'm now going to go back and erase it. And go back and edit my tree from the line that I erased. This horizon line, I actually also have to erase because it is behind my trees, and therefore I can't see it. There you go.